this is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for November 18th, 2020, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have a Time for Change call awakening tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on this line. As always, I suggest you bring something to write with, not just a computer, but it's a good idea to have a hard copy. And the frequencies of the planet, the collective consciousness, many of you will be experiencing, if you aren't already, you will be, all kinds of little shifts and changes here and there. Nothing doom and gloomy, but just, physical little things here and there. And one thing, as we transition, as we're in this transition, you can actually drop your attachment. Being attached to an outcome, and this is so true, and I don't think any of us can debate it, causes all sorts of suffering. And, again, it's what does your ego think it needs to survive? Your ego's attachments are simply an illusion, and you are whole and complete exactly as you are. You don't need anything outside of yourselves to experience bliss. It's the divine essence that is within us. Freedom is all of ours once we release the grip that our minds have on everything. Something that really grips the civilization, mankind. This has been impregnated over the course of existence. There is no death. It doesn't exist. In the midst of winter, I learned that there was in me an invincible summer. Albert Camus. We are all like the sun, eternally bright, warm, and healing. There is nothing in this universe that can put your light out. Nothing. Nothing in the universe that can put any of our lights out. Our brilliance will continue on and on for eternity. Your inner light is always on, blazing bright and expanding. You shine without even knowing you are shining. And the light of all of our awareness is continuous even when the mind clouds our vision. The sun is always, always, always shining behind it. And the light that you are is forever here and now. There is always a flame burning within each and every one of us. Even when we think all is lost, hopeless and dark, it is there. Even after our bodies wear out and you physically leave this amazing vehicle, you will see the light of your creative luminescence goes on and on and on. Something will continue to experience life, reality, and consciousness. Death is the greatest illusion of them time and experience the greatest experiences possible on earth, you must first accept deep in your heart that there is no end to this experience called life. Now, we either choose or we don't. So you must know it deep down so it becomes a part of you. And when you trust that which never dies is forever inside you, eternally free at the core, you become fearless and unstoppable in all that you do. Everything you do becomes successful. Any goal you want to achieve will manifest because you will have no fear. Your approach will be unfailing because you have nothing to gain or lose. You can finally leap into the unknown with total faith, courage, enthusiasm, and joy. The person who realizes that he or she is not really a person, but a soul that lives in this body is the only one who can truly be deeply loving and free. Everyone else will give love with conditions and be attached to some form of expectation. This is because they are attached to their ego, thoughts, and body on some level. They think this form is all that they are and thus are limited by it. Now, the advanced being knows otherwise. The truly liberated soul has realized that they are pure, undifferentiated consciousness that is beyond all thought and form. It is grounded and well established in the joy and freedom of being absolute, deep, eternal love. When you accept that there is no death in this lifetime, you begin to see everything with new eyes. The typical stressful situations you're used to suddenly become exciting, fresh, and new adventures. Those people who challenge you on the deepest levels are truly your greatest teachers and are welcomed into your heart on the most intimate levels. This is how we can know and experience what real peace is like. There is no longer any resistance, judgment, or fear because you realize you are the eternal source of love. All is forgiven and everyone is your friend. It is truly discovering heaven on earth every single day of your life. Love does not resist itself because there is nothing outside of ourselves. There is nothing outside it to resist. Love does not resist itself because there is nothing outside it to resist, Angela Warhol. Recognition of the deathless in you, in each of us, is the fastest way to true freedom. recognition of the deathless in each of us is the fastest way to true freedom. And it comes instantly from a deeper investigation of your spiritual nature and an honoring of the very essence of your being. This is what really matters most in this lifetime. The source of who you are is where the ego life ends and the spiritual life begins. You know you cannot bring any of this stuff with you when you leave the body. So why invest so much of your time and energy into it? Do not be attached to anything that you can place a label or name upon. Everything, we all know this, one day will fall away from us like old leaves on a maple tree when hit by the autumn breeze. Simply invest all your time and consciousness exploring the eternal light and love that you are. It is like we're told as children to be afraid of a snake that is really a piece of rope. It sure looks like a snake in the dark when the lights are dim, yet when you turn on the light and you see the truth, you just begin to laugh and laugh and laugh. So when you fully accept that death is not real, then you really start to smile and truly become alive. You stop being afraid of everything. In life completely. You also stop procrastinating and you start doing everything you always wanted to do. You stop holding back your love, your words of appreciation, and your sacred heart energy, and every meaningful thing you wish to say to those who you care most about. You start to share the gold which you always felt could not be shared. In truth, there is nothing to be afraid of. Everything is always on a divine cosmic path. The projection that our minds have created in who and what we think death is, or who we are, is still a small slice of the truth. The totality of you, of each of us, is beyond what we can imagine. We don't have to be afraid anymore. Ask yourself this: are you afraid to look in the mirror? Really? Are you? You don't need to discuss this with anybody but yourself. Are you afraid to look in the mirror? You may not like what you see, yet you know that what you see can change if you're willing to look at yourself differently. And this little tiny shift in perception is all it takes to step into the deathless experience of life. Deathless experience of life. It's an invitation to all of us to open our minds and to see what it's like to live the next 24 hours of our lives knowing deep in our hearts that we will never, ever, ever, ever die. You will find that the mind resists this experience or tries to manipulate and micromanage it. The mind is used to living and being in control. To live a life without fear is the purpose of your life. To live a life without fear is the purpose of your life. Yet, if the mind hears there is nothing to worry about, it will truly get worried. The mind is used to its job of being afraid and time-bound in the 3D world of polarity thinking. It doesn't know anything about living for an eternity. Now, I know that seems absurd, but there are so many practical things to accomplish, and being absolutely trusting would mean that nothing would get done. Give your mind the option to explore what it is behind door number 3. Imagine what it may be like to just explore the sensation and knowing that you are an eternal being who will go on and on and on forever. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So we all, this is about transcendence. All that we've been taught on this civilization of mankind, the majority of which up until now has been an illusion. All of us believing that there is a death. There's never a death. There never has been a death, and there never will be a death. You think that that your soul can be pulverized by nuclear attack and destruction and everything? Energy is within itself, cannot be diminished or destroyed. It can simply be reabsorbed into the collective consciousness, into the existence of pure consciousness, and beyond. Practice becoming very silent and still. When you sit very, very still, like a solid, silent statue, randomly for a few minutes every day, not moving at all, everything in your life will start to become crystal clear. I know this sounds simple, but it is authentic. As the busy beings that we are, it may not come easy at first to learn how to meditate and do absolutely nothing. Yet within this stillness and silence, there exists such a tremendous freedom. You instantly find the courage to do whatever you want in life. And this allows the adult in you to be childlike and playful again. In total silence, each of us get in touch with the spiritual core within and discover the naturally confident and charismatic people we all truly are inside. By quieting our mind's chatter, we let go of all efforting, especially trying to be confident. We start to sink deeper into our all-expansive, infinite, spiritual nature. And here, you will find yourself engaging with everyone in life from a divine perspective, seeing the spiritual essence within them, and thus life begins meeting you on the same level. So it is an invitation to commit to sit in total silence for at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. Eventually, the mind will get rooted and become quieter inside with practice. The more often you sit still, the more clear the mind will get. And you will see who and what you truly are, as well as where you are going in this life. And from this space, you are more effective in the decision and actions you choose throughout the day. Living your life from this silent space, you will begin feeling more guided, connected, and aligned with the mysterious unfolding of the universe within you. Success is a journey, not a destination. Half the fun is getting there. Gita Billen. This is an invitation that you can bring to yourself. It's much bigger than taking on a perpetual self-esteem project that is never fully satisfied with the end result. What it is that you can realize the truth of who you are, and you can see this spiritual being inside you who is all-powerful, deeply loving, and free from all doubt, insecurity, and fear. Misery does not exist in reality, but only in mere imagination. Sri Ramana Maharishi. Picture your life as an enlightenment incubator. The realization of the self is realization of the God. It is not an experience of God. Rather, it is an understanding that one is God. Sri Ramana Maharishi. Everything and everyone is here for your enlightenment. We are all in a grand incubation chamber called mankind that is designed specifically to bring the state of realization into our hearts and minds. Every one of us is a teacher in this mass school, guiding us to finding our spiritual path and discover what it truly means to be enlightened. Every single one of us, every single situation, event, and circumstance in our lives today are offering the perfect ingredients necessary for all of us to get rooted, grow, and blossom into our greatest potentiality. We are like baby eggs, each destined to hatch, break free from our ego shell, and enjoy this extremely alive, conscious, and deeply juicy existence. And as always, there is nothing, absolutely nothing missing for enlightenment to find its way to each and every single one of us. All our problems, missed opportunities, and challenging life circumstances are the perfect sacred situations deliberately designed to inspire us to build our deepest connection to Source and harness a radical creativity. And without these sacred situations, you would be missing something that is like fertilizer. These essential stinky nutrients that make one deepen, evolve, and grow. Life is perfect just the way it is. And you, all of us, are perfect desires and attainments, joys and sorrows, securities and insecurities. Life is an enlightenment incubator that cannot be escaped from. We, all of us, are imposed or imprisoned in the destiny to reach enlightenment in this lifetime, not the next lifetime or the next. Our enlightenment is on the divine agenda, the schedule of our souls, and there is nothing we can do to change this. We can try to ignore it, as some do, pretend it's not happening, or become distracted by a goal, a project that seems to be more important than enlightenment. Yet, still, over the course of a lifetime, the karmic agenda remains the same. Your soul's destiny will always be to discover what enlightenment is, what it feels like, and what you need to do to let go of it to attain it. The most ordinary, typical days of life often contain the most potent aspects of the enlightenment incubation process. Every personal or business conversation, text message, email, Facebook post, YouTube video you experience are the exact fuel you specifically needed in that moment for you to realize your path to greater freedom. Every moment you are alone, listening to your inner voice, being quiet, or simply doing nothing is also the exact fuel needed. Every challenge, argument, confusion, fear, desire, and the decision is also essential fuel for that moment. In any direction we turn, we find the perfect enlightening fuel is already there, ready to be used. We are surrounded by perfection. It is only the mind that perceives something else. There is no use removing doubts one by one. If we clear one doubt, another doubt will arise, and there will be no end of doubts. But if by seeking the doubter is found to be really non-existent, then all doubts will cease. Ramana Maharishi. This planet is the most sacred spiritual birthing ground, which is specifically set up for each of us to realize our divine nature within its womb. Each day, the sun shines its light on all of us. It's giving us warmth so we can relax, smile, and experience so many pleasures in this amazing body. We get to enjoy our bodies each day, and how its five senses are always interacting with the outer world. Your physical body is the perfect cocoon for you to go inside, find your soul, and sprout your spiritual wings. The universe is constantly giving life to you from the inside. Your heart beating, blood pumping, cells rejuvenating, and breath flowing are life coursing through you. Life is loving you from the inside and the outside. And these two worlds are merged together in a matrix of highly intelligent energy. And at the deepest level, life is the most deepest loving teacher there is. It requires no payment from any of us and works every day for each of us absolutely free of charge. It is constantly offering us free life lessons which help our soul evolve in ways we never knew were possible. And this sweet love from life is so extremely generous. It's always gifting us free sunshine, free air, free ocean water, And if you're courageous and willing, all the free food you can find on the trees, plants, and catch in the oceans. We truly live in a divine ocean of loving, intelligent energy that supports every single need that we could possibly ever have. Even when we get upset, thrown off center, get angry, start to reject life, push love away, life still continues to feed us, nurture us, and breathe our body for us. Life still loves you, no matter how you respond to it. The sun never stops shining on you, no matter how irreverent you are with it. You really don't have to do anything but show up and fully be in this moment of your life, right here, right now. And this act of showing up is all about surrender and takes absolutely zero effort. Not everything that is faced can be changed. Nothing can be changed until it is faced. James Baldwin. One of the most enlightening meditations that you can give yourself, open yourself to, the idea that everyone is enlightened except you. Imagine and pretend that there's this huge pro-Noac conspiracy. The universe has to wake you up. Everybody is a vehicle for the divine, and every single one of mankind is our greatest teacher and teaching. Listen to others as if God, him or her, self was speaking through them. The deeper you listen, the more you will hear the divine direction you're needing to go today. The inner voice is already tuned in, and it will start showing you exactly how to find your way home. Imagine that we are all eagerly waiting for you to become enlightened. We have arrived and now are patient, yet very excited about you becoming the great enlightening student that you were born to be. And all of our mission is to serve you, help you, step on board the enlightenment train, because you, my friend, are the very last to arrive. It's not that you are less than anyone, nor missing anything on the inside. This enlightenment exam is just an assignment for the ego, and it will ignite some powerful insights in you, lighting up your spiritual path. The challenge to pretend that everyone is enlightened except you all day long is huge, I know. Yet take it on as an experiment for just 3 days. Explore how you and your experience of life changes. As you do this experiment, you'll notice how the quality of your listening changes with each day. On day 1, it may be somewhat superficial. And by day 3, you may become lost in the seeing, feeling, and touching the divine every single where you go. What a blessing. Continue playing with it past day 3. If it's working for you, of course. Noticing what you feel you need to let go of, and how your perception of others and yourself changes. Become more and more aware of the immediate shift in consciousness that is created the moment you choose to step into this enlightenment incubator. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we desire to do is to relax our bodies. Head to toe, inside now. Releasing all stress, all anxiety, all fear, all worry, all completely eliminating any burden to the body. Feel everything eliminate. out of the bottom of your feet, your shoulders, all the stress areas of the body. Just let it all go. But as you let it all go, the body will respond. From head to toe, completely floating, we move into the now. And the now is all we have. We don't have the past. It used to be the now. We experienced it. Now it's the past. We don't have a future because we haven't created it in the now. The now, we stay moment to moment. We focus just on the moment. One moment at a time. One moment at a time. The now stills the mind, stills the ego, the subconscious, where we are just being, doing nothing else. The space between heartbeats. Feel this through your heart minds. See it in your motion picture, in your heart mind. Now, if you aren't careful, you will go into the past like we all do, but most of us we reminisce and then we go back into the future. And a lot of us will just skip the now, always. But if we stay too long in the past, we are then seduced. And then we bring the past into a future that doesn't exist, create that future from that past, relive that past in that future. And the future we create in the now. So what happens when we move out of the now? What happens when we move out of the now? Well, we're either in the past or the future. How do we get ourselves back in the now? Our breath. Our divine positive energy, our breath. It is divine because it sustains the vessel that holds the kingdom of God. So whenever you feel yourself wandering off into the future or the past, and you're cognizantly aware, you say, okay, fine, here I am going into a future, and here I am in the past. So you concentrate and focus on your breath, your breathing, and it will automatically bring you into the now, the very moment. And as you concentrate on your divine positive energy, your breath, it's a whole lot more than just breath. It will keep you in the now. And in the now is where you will discover the true essence of your being, of who and what you are. Only in the now. You will not discover it in the future that doesn't exist, and you will not discover it in a past that is gone. So as we relax the body, we're in the now, and we concentrate on our breath, our divine positive energy. We take the breath easy through the nose, easy out through the mouth. So as we breathe this divine positive energy in, we merge it with our God force, love, light energy, which is our chi, ki, or prana, and we bring them both up through the center of our bodies in a relaxed state. See this in your heart-mind's motion picture. And as we bring it up through the center of the body, we bring it up through these energy vortexes, colored wheels of light, each one a flower, each one a geometrical shape within the flower. These are the astral plane connections of spirituality, divineness, to physicality, and back again. We start with the red wheel of light, the root chakra, the Muladhara. This is career, money, mindset, and sense of belonging. It represents our foundation in feeling of being in the now, in the flow. It's at the base of our spine in the tailbone area. What are emotional issues? Survival issues, such as financial independence, money and food. Physical association, spine, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the Sacral Chakra, the Vadhisthana. Sexuality and pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. If we haven't accepted ourselves, how are we to accept others as part of ourselves? How are we to accept new experiences? Location is lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, immune system. And we move to the yellow golden wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, personal power and ability to channel. It's our ability to be confident in the flow, in the now of our lives. It's in the upper abdomen, in the stomach area. Emotional issues, self-worth, self-confidence through the heart, mind, self-esteem. Physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract and skin. Heart chakra, the Anahata, love, relationships, self-acceptance. It is our ability to love. The center of the chest just above the heart. Emotional issues, love, joy, inner peace. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. And then we moved to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, self-expression. It's our ability to communicate. It's in our throat. Emotional issues, communication, self-expression of feelings, the truth. Physical association, thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the ajna, intuition, sense of purpose and direction in life. It is our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Some of us don't see the trees, nor the forest, or both. Some of us see one or the other, or maybe all. Location is the forehead between the eyes, also called the brow chakra. Emotional issues, intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical association, pituitary gland, eyes, sinuses. And we move to the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. Connection to the divine. The highest chakra represents our ability to fully connect, to be fully connected spiritually. It's the very top of our heads. Our emotional issues are inner and outer beauty. Our connection to spirituality, pure bliss, to God, pure consciousness. Physical association is pineal gland, brain and nervous system. So we brought these two energies all the way up through these energy vortexes. They set the top of our heads. And for a brief moment, we condense and compress them. I am light, I am love, I am. And create pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful. And then we release this pure liquid energy over our pineal glands. The pineal gland is very important to us while we're in these bodies, because it is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It is the gateway to the astral plane, pure consciousness, the God, and beyond. No matter how much the lower dark matter frequencies try to compress our pineals and to cause them not to function properly, this pure liquid energy overwhelms all attempts to do so. So you can see it in your heart, mind's motion picture as however you view it. I view it as a green ball, a rosebud, and as I release this pure liquid energy, it explodes into a beautiful, vibrant, massive, multicolored petal rose with a beautiful fragrance and a soft emanating glow and energy of the deepest, deepest, deepest pure eternal love and gratitude. And it sends the waves out. And all the blocks, the astral plane is revealed. All the particles of existence, all the gateways open. And now we can be everywhere and nowhere. We're also consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We're also merged, the heart, mind, the soul, the spirit, the higher self, the God, the pure consciousness. All one, heaven on earth. Every step we take creates paradise for all. We have others, other reflections, other facets of us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda, Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. And both are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, and archetypes, they're a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet with them and we do interact with them a lot during the course of this life and others. But we aren't aware immediately until afterwards, and then it just comes upon us from inside. That was an angel. That was a really great joy and feeling of bliss to interact with them. And they're always there to remind us all of the gods that we are within. Thousands can surround any one of us at any one time. Due to their vibrational frequency, they can house a large number in a small area. The ascended masters, they are those who have mastered ascension into body and then out and hold pure God form, pure consciousness. We are mastering ascension into physical form, creating our experiences so that we can perfect our creations. Are we all one? Yes. Are the archangels us? Are we them? Yes. Are the ascended masters us? Are we them? Yes. So we're compelled to call out to all of the other reflections and facets of all of us in source creation. So we call out to all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. They come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex will fill this entire universe. They come in the trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction, and they are all with us now. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of the circle of light. They come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light. We're only familiar with a handful, somewhat familiar. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions travel throughout the universes in existence every day. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes the different species and levels of these civilizations, the good, the not so good, and the bad. Understanding that only those of the highest vibrational frequencies can be with us in this meditation for the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. So the ones we are familiar with somewhat are the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Zeta Reticuli, the Feline, the Nord, the Gray, Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, and many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. Call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on and above and below this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light, and a total liberation into higher frequency existence of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya. And understanding that we all are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and all of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and the highest vibrational harmonic frequency. Or we wouldn't be able to be here now. We're only familiar with a handful of them. They come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which many we have never seen, ever. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many, many more. And they come in the trillions, and they're with us now. All together, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy, is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We form a massive circle of light. It is of our core essence, the vibrational harmonics and frequency of the highest high, of deep eternal love and gratitude. It is so brilliant and bright, it saturates this entire planet, its entire civilization, on it, in it, above it, and below it, eternally, with deep joy, prosperity, happiness, bliss, abundance. It is so bright that it grays out the darkness of space. It would take 1,000 billion suns in the solar system to even come close to its radiance. We begin to levitate or ascend above this planet. And as we do as a circle of light, we're immediately met with a massive gossamer field of an ocean of reflective mirrors of beautiful, vibrant colors, reflecting all of us to each other back and forth, of all of the facets and all of the aspects of all of us gathered in this meditation as liberation. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We're then met with the white fire. This is a column that reminds all of us that we are imbued head to toe, inside and out, eternally, with a God force, love, light energy that is impenetrable, that protects us 24/7. It is of the highest high vibrational frequencies and harmonic expression. Nothing externally can harm, seduce, convince,